I'm really happy to be finally doing this video, just because this is combining my two favorite passions in life, astrology and music, and for me, they weren't always linked up, you know. My musical journey and my astrological journey were very, very much separated for a while, at least more separated. I mean, I guess, of course, the energies were still bouncing back and forth, but it wasn't really until I was exposed to this idea of the 12 notes corresponding with the 12 signs that it really hit me and it clicked, and ever since then I've just been avidly studying and learning as much as I possibly can and exploring just all the beautiful connections that these two art sciences have with each other, and I've personally just found it so enriching to both my astrological side, I guess, and also my music. So I'm more than happy. I'm so happy to be doing this. So yeah, just one more thing before I talk about the different notes and the different energies and stuff. I was healthily skeptical. Well, I'm always healthily skeptical, but I was healthily skeptical as always with if this was true or not, you know. I mean, the idea definitely rang true with me the first time I heard it, but I didn't know if it was, the 12 notes to the 12 signs that were suggested or proposed. I didn't know if that was, the orientation and stuff. And it's pretty amazing at how, from my personal experience, I've definitely found these 12 signs and the 12 notes to link up. There definitely could be other ways. In fact, I'm sure there are other ways that I would love to know about and explore. So if you have anything, please tell me, teach me. I'd love to learn. But, it's just amazing, really. For example, I had a Libra song that I've had for years, and then maybe maybe a year and a half ago, I saw this chart, and it linked up the energies of the notes. And it turns out that this Libra song, this song, at this point, was Libra. And I'm like, that's fascinating. So I started thinking about it. I started looking into the lyrics. I don't even remember. Maybe it took me a little while, actually. I think it did. But I finally realized, like, holy shit, dude. I mean, some of the lyrics, that song is Car Chase, if you're familiar with my music. And the lyrics, which I wrote 2 years before ever even hearing about the idea of astrology and music together, the lyrics talk about not being able to choose, do I embrace humanity? Do I embrace being on my own? I mean, just classic Libra, things of life. And it's cool because also musically there's very much a balance to the music that's just amazing when considering its Libra energy. So again, I find a lot of truth in this system. If you Google, you can find the same chart that I did, or rather that my friend showed me. If you Google, like maybe astrology, music, something like that, but this chart will come up and it says the 12 different signs and the 12 different notes. So let's go ahead and go through that. Let's begin with C. Let's begin with Aries, the typical thing. C, Aries, a fiery energy, a fiery note, full of power, full of just vitality. The song No One Knows by Queens of the Stone Age, fucking amazing song, one of my favorite songs ever, is in this, let's see if I can remember how to play it. Got there eventually, but I mean, if you listen to that song and all of it, you just hear it all come together, you see even more of just how much Aries is in. The drum beat is solid, like a marching, soldier's beat. It's this beautiful Aryan song, just amazing. And so yeah, so that's C for you. And if you're familiar with my music, March On is also an Aries. And, the title is so natural. There you go. So, can't really think of any other Aries songs. So, next one, Taurus. Just like the zodiac starts from Aries, spring, goes all the way back to Pisces, which is literally right before spring, so it's an endless cycle. so do the notes progress, you know, and then an endless cycle. And so it starts with C, Aries, and then it goes to C sharp, Taurus, just like in the zodiac, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, yada yada. And yeah. So the next one, just going up one note. So that was C. Oh dear. Okay. Okay. So that was C. Going up Taurus, earthy note, very much rooted, grounded. You know, a very heavy energy too. It's earth. You know. I wish I could think of. The Strokes. They have a brand new song called 50/50 off their new album. Fucking amazing, and that's a Taurian energy. And if you listen to it, it's very earthy. You know, the riff is very very solid, very efficient, very simple. You know. You know, only utilizing maybe like 5 notes, but just amazing and effective, and that's all you need, you know. Just powerful. In fact, sometimes the saying is very true, very very true. Not just sometimes, but in general, you know, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication, and keep it simple. Stupid, but keep it simple, and. Yeah, so that's Taurus. I can't remember anything about the other one, so I think that's a sign to move on. Gemini, D. It's funny, I have a song, there you go, just another example. I have a song that I wrote long before I ever had this connection made in my head. And thinking too much. Gemini, air sign. It's quick, you know, thinking, it's intellectual. So this note, this energy, is very frenetic, you know. I find personally, and no doubt because I'm also a Gemini, but I find personally that playing in Gemini really gets me to play faster and gets me thinking faster, and I like structures and patterns and junk in my head really click, and it's easy to move around a lot. That's the other thing, is once you make this connection, you realize just how powerful this knowledge is, because you know, there are certain keys that are just not meant to be played in certain ways, you know, or at least it's very hard to, you know, for Taurus to have this crazy screaming solo. I mean, don't get me wrong, it could still sound amazing, absolutely, but you might have challenges because it's a more earthy earthy energy. You know, your fingers might get caught and you'd be like, oh, and if you know that it's in Taurus, and you'll give yourself the slack that you deserve, like, oh, this is Taurus, it's Earth, that's why, okay, that's cool. You know, but if you don't, then you'll be like, why can't I, you know, all this negativity, why can't I do this ego shit, and yeah, so this knowledge is absolutely just beautifully applicable, very helpful, so many ways, so, yeah, I have a song called Thinking Too Much, Next Level, this piano bit that I haven't released yet, but, this song that I've been working on for years, it's in Gemini on piano, and I do this, like, crazy frenetic energy. You'll see when it comes out. It's called Next Level. Yeah, just, you know, again, the note, the energy. If you know astrology and you know music, marry the two, you will infinitely increase your wealth of wisdom and knowledge in general, but with those two fields, you know, those two realms. So okay, so I've talked about Gemini. Of course I'm going to talk a lot about Gemini. Cancer's the next one up. D sharp, what did I say? Totally lost my mind for a second. D sharp. D sharp, yeah, of course. So, that's Cancer for you. Very emotional, watery energy. Referencing the Strokes again, I mean, they're one of my favorite bands, so of course I'm on other energies. Their song Machu Picchu is in Cancer. One of my favorite all-time songs of all time. It really is, it's Cancer energy, you know, it's watery, it's emotional, it speaks of home, of childhood, of memories, of love and loss, and, it's the moon, you know. Oh, I should talk about that. So, C, Mars, C sharp, Venus, D, Mercury, and D sharp, Moon. So, beautiful energy. And I have a song, this was conscious of me, but honestly I would have done it anyways, just knowing how I work. I have a song that will come out pretty soon, at least the demo form will, called Phases, which is written in Cancer, Phases of the Moon, there you go. And it's very watery. Let me play it for you. Watery riff, you know, it's just like very tenuous and just amorphous, and there you go. Word. No, I'm missing something. Why am I forgetting about this? If I remember, I'll talk about it later. So, next one. E, Leo. And of course, Leo, being so full of itself, energy-wise, would occupy 2 of the strings on the 6 strings. So literally a third of the strings available playing guitar, or at least standard tuning-wise. E on the top, E on the bottom. Starts with Leo, ends with Leo. Typical Leo. I love Leo. I have tons of Leo myself, as you can see. But dear God, is it it can be a very fiery energy, which also means in its lower order some challenges with ego and junk. But playing in Leo, oh my goodness. It's E minor. It's a very common chord, very, especially like if I'm not mistaken, in blues music and just rock music in general, you know, I mean, again, the stereotypical big ringing chord, you know, the Townsend chord. I think actually that was Capricorn, but whatever. I mean, you just hear the richness and whatnot, and again, a very fiery energy, very dedicated to feeling from the heart. I've written so many songs in Leo that are so very different, you know. Some of them express the really like fiery, good feelings of Leo, like King's Cross, if you're familiar. And or distorted and stuff. Ooh, sounds lovely. And then, of course, same exact key, taken a completely different way. Which is another song of mine, Elegy of Emptiness. Oh man, Leo. It's so versatile because it's so expressive. That's what I wanted to say with Cancer too. It's so expressive that you can take it in so many different ways. I really haven't worked with Cancer too much in this lifetime, and I'm really excited to be doing that. So, yeah. And so, moving on. Leo, this sun. Okay, next one.